Welcome to Real Authority. Before getting started, I feel I owe you an explanation. For my week-long absence, I didn't really see any new movies in the theaters or on streaming in general, so I didn't feel compelled to make a YouTube video, and even with WWE Saturday Night's main event, it just wasn't hooking me as much as the other pay-per-views I have reviewed. CM Punk winning was definitely great, I just wish it was on a better pay-per-view. But I'm back, thank you for your patience. I should have my review of Frankenstein up by tomorrow, hopefully, but for right now, let's review Predator Badlands, the brand new installment in the Predator franchise, one that I've actually been pretty excited about, mainly because of Dan Trachtenberg. Prey and Killer of Killers are some of the highlights of the entire franchise. Even though Killer of Killers, I do stand by the word, it does get boring, and the anthology format didn't really work for me, but then again, not a fan of anthology films. But Prey kind of rejuvenated the entire franchise, and is by far one of the best ones. Not enough to top the original, but still. So, of course, I was excited for what he would do with Badlands. I wasn't even concerned when it was rated PG-13, because I do feel he would find a way to make it work. Deck is a predator who is basically banished from his clan and winds up on a new planet, where he teams up with an android named Thea in order to get a trophy in order to prove his worth in the clan, where he basically has to become a predator in a world where he is the prey. Starting off with the positives, I think the visual effects is a great place to start. The fact that the production budget cost $105 million is kind of impressive because this movie relies a lot on visual effects, with I think only one or two actors actually in it. Maybe a bit more than that, because the Predator does count under the massive layers of visual effects. The fact that the budget was as low as $105 million kind of puts other blockbusters to shame. The acting from not a huge cast was really good. Dimitri Schuster Koloamantangi, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Like, even though he's composed under massive layers of visual effects, he definitely gives a great performance as Deck. In a franchise where the Predator is usually the bad guy, he actually makes a pretty stellar, good version of the Predator, or good guy. He's under the mindset that he is the Predator, and now he has to realize, no, it's not going to be as easy as he thinks it's going to be. So it's kind of a bit of a coming-of-age story, minus the cringe. But yeah, he does a great job. Elle Fanning, too, as Thea. She was also a very strong character. Like, I thought possibly, like, even if the movie turned out good, she would be a weak spot. No, she actually proves to be a pretty energetic and entertaining character, proving to be oddly comedic at times, but also emotional, with her own mission that ties into the main mission as well. So they both played off each other really well, even though the Predator can't speak English, so she's the one that basically has the most human dialogue, but she's a robot. Dan Trachtenberg absolutely did stellar work with the directing. I don't think there's a doubt in anybody's mind that he would do a fantastic job. Like, see Prey and Killer of Killers, and you know that Trachtenberg has the expertise to direct a Predator movie above all expectations. So yeah, he definitely surpassed them, and I am interested in seeing what he does next with the Predator franchise, because he clearly understands how to make this world more compelling and how to make great stories within this layup. Especially considering the fact that this doesn't even feel like a Predator movie. That's not a complaint in any stretch of the word, but it's usually like predators hunting people, but no, this time it's the Predator being hunted and trying to hunt. I do feel that new perspective is enhanced by Trachtenberg's work, aided by Patrick Aison's screenplay, which was remarkably strong, not only selling the characters, but also oddly including comedic moments that, for the most part, work. Like, comedy is not really a mainstay in the Predator franchise, but with its comedy, I did feel it surprisingly worked to the point where it mostly didn't feel out of place. Jeff Cutter's cinematography was superb, giving me Alien Romulus vibes, especially with the visual effects in play. This movie looks beautiful. Also, Sarah Shanner's and Benjamin Wallfish's score absolutely increased the suspense in a way that really did work, plus it was also majestic to listen to. The action was solid, the pacing was absolutely good, and you absolutely are there for the entire ride. If I were to give any complaints, and these are kind of minor, it's the comedy. Again, it's good, but I do feel for those who are accustomed to the tone of the other Predator movies, you will feel a bit of a disconnect. Not a major one, but I do feel if you're expecting the tone of the other Predator movies, you get it in essence, but you also get a much more lighthearted comedic tone. Maybe that's the cost of the PG-13 rating. I don't think so, though. I do think this was appropriate levity, but appropriate levity that may raise an eyebrow of the diehards of the franchise. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you experienced that when watching it. Despite a simple layup of the narrative, I do feel at times it does get convoluted in a way that can overwhelm you, to the point where I thought they were going to add another plot line to it. So it can get overwhelming at times, and a bit hard to follow. Not entirely, but I do want to make it clear. This is not the most focused of Predator movies, not by a long shot. And finally, not really a major deal, but I saw it in IMAX because of this guy. And the visuals and the spectacle is so fantastic, and the sound was great that I almost wish that they actually made it filmed for IMAX. It's optimized for IMAX, but it doesn't do the 191 like full screen IMAX ratio. I do feel that would have enhanced the experience even more, but I will say the sound was absolutely solid. I can only imagine what the other formats, especially Dolby and 3D, were like, but I did appreciate the IMAX. But I'm just saying, with the spectacle as big as is and as welcome and extraordinary as is, maybe having a larger aspect ratio would have made it more stellar in IMAX. But again, I'm not implementing that into the score. But regardless, I did have a lot of fun with Predator Badlands. It's by no means the best Predator movie. The original is still stellar. But Trachtenberg surprisingly manages to outshine all the rest of the sequels. Like Killers, Prey, and Badlands are literally just beneath Predator and above everything else. That's how great of a visionary in the Predator franchise he is. So I definitely recommend it. It definitely was a fun blockbuster ride with Predator in it. And I'm looking forward to see what Trachtenberg does next. So yeah, the Real Authority absolutely approves. 10 out of 10. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts on the movie. In fact, let me know what your favorite Predator movie is. Maybe it is one directed by Trachtenberg. But feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Alright, peace.